Hello, my name is Michelle. I'm a woman in her 30s. I'm, um, I'm a single mother. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I'm a traveler, and I'm an immigrant. And on this channel, I would like to discuss a little bit about all of those topics at some point in time. And the reason I'm doing that is because, hey, I've lived a long life. It's been full, and hopefully somebody can learn from this page. Uh, my mistakes and the things that I've done right, and maybe it will serve you. So thank you for being here. Today, I would like to discuss the importance of small habits, the daily goals that we set for ourselves. There's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear that I read a few months ago. That it's a very important book, and I recommend it to anybody. And in it, he discusses the importance of small daily habits. He calls them atomic habits. The importance of doing these little things that help us become the type of person who does something. Because if you're able to associate a certain part of your identity to a certain behavior, then yeah, especially if it's the good behaviors, then it helps you do more of those things and turns you into the kind of person that you would like to be someday. As somebody who specializes in mental health, it's um, it's so important to be able to have good habits, and good habits are not easy to maintain at all. So let's talk about some of those good habits. By that, what do I mean? Such as getting to bed on time. If you're able to have a daily routine that you know, okay, 10 p.m. I need to be in bed, and then you're able to kind of walk back from that. Okay, if I need to be in bed at by 10 p.m., what is it that I need to do? Okay, maybe at 9 p.m. I need to start winding down, maybe putting my phone away, going through my bedtime routine so that my system can start winding down and getting ready for bedtime. Then that's what I would need to do. If I need to get in the shower, if I need to start decreasing my exposure to blue light, which technology uses. We're so used to scrolling. Some of us think, oh, I'm just going to scroll myself to sleep. And it delays bedtime because you think one video turns into 10 videos, and then it's 10 minutes later and you're still there just kind of scrolling. So that doesn't help. The fact that it's delaying your bedtime, and also because that blue light is going to be affecting your sleep later. So having those a standard bedtime routine, it helps tremendously. And then what else? Exercising. There's so many research articles that have been published on the importance of exercising. And by that, I mean, even if it's just 30 minutes a few times a week, it helps tremendously. It helps with your medical health, it helps with your mental health, it helps with your sleep. And if you're able to do that, and if it's very difficult for you, maybe start again small, tiny habits. And it's been shown, even if it's just the importance of the previous night, putting your shoes by the door and being like, okay, I'm going to go in the morning. And if you're able to do that consistently, then your brain is going to trick you and be like, hey, if you're already putting your shoes by the door every day and getting your outfit ready, then you can put that outfit on and maybe go on a walk for 5 minutes. And then if you're able to do that, then if you're able to get out the door, the probability of you going on a 5 minute walk and coming back is not very strong, because you're going to get to 5 minutes and be like, oh, it's only been 5 minutes. I can do a little bit more. Then you do a little bit more. And if you're able to do that consistently over time, you see a tremendous difference. And something that's very difficult for people is to be able to make that decision every day on whether or not they're going to exercise. So something that helps with that, it helps me, and it's been shown time and time again, is that if you're able to take that decision away, instead of waking up every morning and being like, oh man, I don't really feel like exercising today. Do I want to? Do I not? Take away the decision. If you know on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I exercise, then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to exercise. There's no end ifs or buts about it. You know that's the days when you exercise. So you just get up and do it. Versus if you get up on those days and you're like, oh man, do I want to? Do I not want to? And then your brain is trying to go through reasons why you should or shouldn't do it. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So just kind of save yourself the trouble and be like, okay, these are the days when I do it. I'm not going to wonder whether or not I'm going to do it, and then just get over it. And then even if you struggle getting dressed in the morning, select your outfits the night before or for the week before, and it prevents you from having to make that decision time and time again. And I don't know if you've noticed, but successful people, I mean, look at Zuckerberg, look at what's his name, Stephen Valet from Diary of a CEO, which is a podcast that I consume a lot of. The dressing on the same thing every day because it takes away the decision of whether or not to what to wear every single day. They just put a simple shirt on and they're good to go. Actually, I think eventually I'm going to have to do that. Just have one outfit that I know that when I'm going to be filming, I'm going to put this outfit on. My hair is going to be a certain way, minimum wake makeup, and I will be good to go. That way, I don't have to waste 5, 10 minutes deciding on whether or not I've been filmed with this shirt on, or this sweater on, or this. Then I'll be like, okay, I don't have to go through that. I'm good to go. So that helps tremendously. And then also what you eat. There's a very direct correlation between brain health and gut health. It's been shown time and time again. So by that, I mean, if you're able to meal prep ahead of time, then you don't have to get into the kitchen when you're hungry and just kind of going for whatever you can find. So again, small habits. If during the weekend or whatever day of the week you're able to be like, okay, I'm going to cook for 2 or 3 days or for the whole week, make 1, 2, 3 meals, and then you just pick something out and you eat it, and you're doing really well. That way, you're not ordering out, you're not spending a whole chunk of money, you're not eating food that you don't know how it was prepared, and you have control over everything that you're putting in it, the salt, the sugar, the oil, and all of that. Whether or not the fruits are fresh, whether or not the meat is fresh, it's your decision. You choose on it and you cook it, and it helps not having to make that decision time and time again. And again, I'm speaking on this as an individual. Obviously, I have to make these decisions for myself all the time, also, but also as a mental health provider. And these are things that I educate my patients on all the time because it makes such a tremendous difference. I always tell them the antidepressants that are prescribed, they're about 38% or so effective. So if they're only relying on that to feel better, it's going to take them a very long time and they will never come off of those medications. However, if the antidepressants they take, they go in their system and they build in there and it's able to secrete dopamine and the serotonin, norepinephrine, that's going to help them a little bit with motivation, drive, and not be so tired. And then they're able to build on that by exercising, eating better, sleeping better, they're going to have significantly more energy, more motivation, and drive to keep going. Whichever comes first, I don't think I think we quite know, but they work pretty well together. And when I start patients on this medication, I always tell them the goal is eventually to come off of them. Yes, there's people who is going to be more challenging just due to the biochemical, but the daily habit helps tremendously. And if not to come off of them completely, maybe to be able to be on the lowest dose as they can, or at least be able to titrate them to a certain amount. So it helps tremendously. Um, um, and if you're able again to associate to a type of personality, the kind of person that you want to be eventually. If you want to be the kind of a person who exercises every day, then again, you do, even if it's for 5, 10 minutes, and then you do it every day. It's a matter of done, not done. If you're able to accumulate those dones all the time, it gives you the boost, it gives you the confidence for you to keep building on that. And if you're not able to do that, it gives you the lack of confidence and to not do that either. So the exponential graph can go either way. You again become the kind of person that you want to be based on your daily habits. And it's so important. And it's not just the health either. I also listen to a lot of financial podcasts, and these people, when they talk about it, it's like they haven't done anything that's particularly special. However, what they've done is small, consistent habits over time that have led to the tremendous success that they've experienced. Even if it's just buying a certain stock all the time. I mean, obviously, do the research and select the good kind of stock, and then they invest the money in the stock, and then it kind of seems like nothing for some time, and then it seems like there's a tremendous growth after that. And it's not magic. Yes, they had the je ne sais quoi to be able to select the good stock and they be able to build on that. But again, we are, especially today, we have so many resources that we can use in order to be able to educate ourselves on those things. And the same goes with breaking bad habits. The people who are abusing substances, if they're able to, if they want to get up one day and be like, oh, I'm never going to drink again, it's setting themselves up for failure. Yes, there's some people who are able to do that and be able to go completely cold turkey, which, depending on how much they were drinking, can be maybe life threatening, because if there's somebody that was drinking a tremendous amount, they go from that to nothing at all. They can become delirious and go through withdrawal symptoms that might lead to them being hospitalized. However, if they're able to decrease by maybe by one drink progressively, it might take longer. But the brain will get used to rebuilding those neurotransmitters that had been numbed down by the substances, and that will help tremendously with the ability to be able to live without a substance, and it helps in the long run too. So it applies to all aspects of our life, really. Even if it comes to journaling, if you've decided that this year is the year where you're going to be journaling, if you're able to do even if a paragraph every now and then progressively you just kind of become the kind of person who journals every day, then hey, amazing, isn't it? And at the end of the day of the year, you might see open your journal and be like, man, it's filled. I don't know how I was able to fill up this whole book, but you did it because you were doing a paragraph at a time. If you do a paragraph for 365 days a week, 365 days a year, you're going to get to a pretty filled journal. So there's no magic about any of these things, and we all know it. I mean, I'm a work in progress too. I'm speaking from experience. I've struggled and I continue to struggle with these things also. I post on my social media about my exercises. Typically, I just kind of post whether or not I've done it, and I get comments, feedback like, oh, I don't know how you do it. I don't know where you get the discipline and all of that. I'm like, it's not magic. I've just decided that on this day I exercise. Actually, here's what I do. I know that from Monday to Friday, before I start my day, I get up and I go down to the basement and I exercise. My son, when he wakes up, he knows that he's going to find me in the basement. He doesn't have to look for me anywhere else because he knows that's where mom is going to be. So I exercise like that Monday to Friday, and then on Saturdays, I've kind of put it up in the air. I'm like, oh, if I feel like it, I'm going to exercise. If I don't feel like it, I'm not going to. And that's problematic because some Saturdays I wake up and I'm like, oh man, I should, but I don't want to. I want to, but I don't really. Maybe I worked a little too hard this week. Maybe I should rest. And it's a mental challenge. I need to do myself a favor and just kind of take that day off and just kind of exercise for 5 days, give myself 2 days off so that on Mondays I'm stronger and I don't get burned out. But I tell myself that it's going to help me maximize it. And then on the days when I do it on Saturdays, I'm like, yay. And then on the days when on Saturdays I don't work out, it bothers me for the rest of the day. And it's just like, why do I put myself through this mental challenge every Saturday? What I could just call it off or just decide to do it. And so I'm not perfect. I continue to work on it. But then when I think about how much I have to decide on that every Saturday, it's like, man, that's too much. Imagine we already have so many decisions to make every day. Decision fatigue is a thing. Decision fatigue is a thing. And I didn't realize it until I became a mother 6 years ago. So many decisions to make, and I got to the point where I was like, man, I need to streamline this process. I can't keep doing this. So I meal prep. I decided on the exercise routine. I set the things that I can on my bills on automatic pay. I use timers. I use organizers because I'm like, no, I need to take away some of these decisions, and then the micro habits that I need to do every day to become more of the kind of person who does this and this and this thing. And it's made a tremendous difference. It truly has. And I think you should give it a shot also. So please try any of those and then let me know. Let me know in the comment how it works for you. If you haven't tried it yet, plan on it and let me know what you're going to try. Okay. Thank you for being here. We'll talk in a few days. All right.